Whoa, 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 whoa. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Welcome in. Hi, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse you. Thank you for all the throws. Thank you. Thank you for the high pass. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Those were huge. Why were those huge? Excuse me. Those were huge. Those were huge. Oh, welcome in. Hi, how's it going? I hope everybody's day is going good. Hope it's going good. Mom, thank you for the resubby for 27 months. Thank you. Thank you. That's a long time. That's a long time. Excuse me. Okay, let me see here. Sorry, I got distracted for a minute. Let's see. Who got first today? Did anybody get first today? Baggins got first today. Yeah! Congratulations, Baggins! Congratulations, congratulations. Also, hi, Mom. Welcome in. Hi, Spat. Hi, Renova. Hi, Zep. Welcome in. Hope everybody's day is going so well. I hope it's going so well. I'm very excited. We are going to be reviewing VTuber designs today, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've seen all of the designs, but I'm excited to talk about them. So we're gonna be doing a lot of yapping today, and then if we have time after, if this doesn't take the full time, which I don't know if it will. There wasn't a ton last time I checked. If it doesn't take the full time, we will play marbles. Because I finally got marbles working. I had to join the Discord. And message the support team, but I finally got it working. So we now can play marbles. I'm excited about it because I missed playing it. I haven't played it since I streamed as a facecam streamer. That was the last time I played it, and it would never let me switch accounts. And so I just never got to use it again until now. I booted it up and it does work. So if we have time, we will play some marbles. I don't remember the controls, but we will play some marbles. But I do think I want to get right into the character designs because I do know that sometimes, obviously, like, people stop by because they want to hear about their design, and I don't blame them. But I want to make sure that we do that, right off the bat here. So let me do desktop. This. Wings! Wings. 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 Here we go. Okay. I think that should be enough, and we can always fix it if we need to. We can always fix it if we need to. Let me, as much as I would love to leave my wings up. As much as I would love to leave them up. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. And I have some very cool people that I'm excited to tell you about. So let me actually, let's see what time this is. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and reply to everybody's post with the time that I started reviewing the models. Because there's a lot of cool stuff, and I want to make sure that people can come back and see this. Okay, so this is Izzle. I can actually, shout out Izzle. So Izzle is a pirate vampire bunny ghoul VTuber. She's very cool. She's a friend of mine. And I've always really liked her design because one of my big things, and you'll find that I really like this in character design, and it's why I'm like, I've debated doing it on one of my own models. I love long braids. Like, I don't know, I've always liked, you know, like Raiden, in Genshin. I've always really liked her hair. And so one thing that I really like about Izzle's is the really, really long braids. I think they're very cute. I think they're very super cute. Plus, something that I also always really like in VTuber designs is being able to tell right off the bat what they are. And not that there's nothing wrong with not being able to tell either, because a lot of people do put it in their descriptions, but like, to me, Izzle's design reads very pirate, right? Like, it's very like Renaissance-y, like tavern-y, if that makes sense. I've always really liked Izzle's design, and I'm a little biased, but I really do like Izzle's design. And I don't know, I never have asked her I've never asked them who did their ref sheets. I guess I could probably find it in the pinned, but I've always really, really liked Izzle's designs. Plus, you know me, and I'm a sucker for like pinks and reds and blacks, and that's Izzle. That's the entirety of Izzle's design, is pinks and blacks and reds. I really, really like it. I also love, this has nothing to do with like Izzle's in particular, but I really like when people put their color palettes on their ref sheets. I'm like, this is so helpful for like fan art purposes. But anyway, so those are some things that I really, really like about Izzle's design. And she's always got the cutest friggin' like PNGs and like reactives. I really do like Izzle's design. I think that it's very, very sweet, very cute. And I'm excited, because I think Izzle probably has some stuff in the works, that I'm excited to see at some point. Excited to see it at some point. But I do really like Izzle's design. Like, really, really like Izzle's design. So that is Izzle. That is Izzle. Okay. Let's do... I don't know how many shoutouts this is gonna let me do in a row. It is. Okay. So the next one is gonna be Nova. Hi, Skitter! Hi, Skitter! Welcome in, fellow Skitter. We love fellow Skitter. I was about to make that joke. I giggled when you commented on my post, and I was like, yes. I was so excited. It happened. They're multiplying. Okay, so let's make this a little smaller. Okay. I will move this around as needed, but I'm going to pop this open a little bit more. There we go. Do you know what I can do? I think that's enough. Okay. And then also... 1 second. Okay. I think that's enough. Hopefully I'm not cutting off anybody's designs, but we will... Nope. Still is not... Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Is that enough? Almost. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to like box in the photo to make it easier. There we go. I think this is probably easier if we do it this way. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Hi, Blue. Welcome in. Hi, Conflict. Welcome in. One of the clones got loose. One of the clones got loose and I can't find them. Okay. Somebody's got to go look for them. Somebody's on babysitting duty. Tentacle difficulties. Yeah. Hi, Peachy. Hi, Peachy. How you doing? How's your day going? Here, I will drink you. Alright, I did the drinky. Somebody on babysitting duty. Somebody's gotta. Okay. So, this is Renova. I think most of you that are in here right now at least know of or have heard of Renova. Renova's been around in the community for a little while now, which is always very cool. We got to meet at PAX. That was very cool. That's always really cool. But Renova also does VTubing. And I told Renova, I'm like, I always really like designs like this because I feel like they are very unique in a way that, like, I don't feel like I see a lot of, like, I don't know that I've ever really seen a, like, Lego styled model, like VTuber model. I think it's really, really cool. And plus, I always really like seeing all of the extra bits and bobs on a ref sheet, and so that's always fun to see too. Like, which one was I looking at? Somebody had like a I'm trying to think of what it was. Maybe it was a plushie or something that I was looking at, but it was really cool. I like seeing all of the extra pieces on a reference sheet like this. But I really do like Renova's because I find, like I said, there's not a lot of models that I feel like look like this. Plus, again, with the color palette, it's very matchy. I really like it. I'm trying to think of words other than like that I can use to describe things, but I'm not very good at that, so bear with me. bear with me. I'm not very good with descriptive words. I forgot what I was saying now. Promise you're not the first Lego VTuber. I do believe that. PAX East is a lot of fun. Yeah, PAX East is a ton of fun. Hi, Muffin. Welcome in. How's it going? How's your day going? Hope you're doing good. But again, and back to what I said about Izzles as well. I feel like Renova's model is a very, like, easy to read. Like, you look at it, you know exactly what it is. I really enjoy it. And Renova, I don't remember, since you're in chat, I'll ask you, do you have VTuber lore? Like, do you have a story behind your VTuber? I don't remember. I'm always interested to hear what people, you do? Do you want to give us a brief rundown of your lore? Like, I'd be super curious. I'm always interested to hear people's VTuber lore. We made Renova in Tomodachi Life recently, and that was fun because I got to make the and I'm probably gonna, this is not what you would actually like call it, I don't think, but I made like the faceplate in Tomodachi Life, and that was super fun to make. Doing good, got home and have some food. That's exciting. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. What do you have for food tonight, Muffin? What you got for food tonight? But yes, I already lost my train of thought again. I lost it again. I remember what I was gonna ask you, Renova. Did you build this? Did you build yourself in your character, like what you use to do your other Lego pieces? Because if so, that's really cool. That's really cool. Chicken, corn, and potato. That sounds yummy. That sounds super yummy. Okay, so Renova says, TLDR, he was originally built in a factory in a faraway part of the galaxy, originally went by a different name, came back to find his home destroyed, and he got taken by the responsible party, escaped to another planet, got a new body, and lives among the Bionicle people. That's so cool! That's super cool. That's right, because I got to hold Renova's little build of himself at PAX. I have a picture of me holding it. That was really cool. So Renova does a lot of really cool Lego builds. And I believe you mostly post on Instagram. Is that where you mostly put your art that you do? Conflict, thank you for the 55 stream streak. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope your day's going good. It's good to see you. Yeah, it was super cool. You don't see much of that either. Like, okay, I do see like VTuber plushies and stuff, but like Lego builds? Come on, that's cool. That shit's so cool. And that's so much work too. It's so much work too. Instagram Blue Sky, Kara. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So if you guys like Renova's build and you wanna follow on a different platform, that's where you can find him. Plan on a new design at the end of this year. Ah, that's so exciting! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You'll have to share. You'll have to share once you do that. I want to see it. I want to see it. But yeah, Renova's pretty cool. Renova's pretty cool. If you're not following Renova, you should follow Renova. Pretty good. Just about to grab groceries before heading home. Yay! Grocery time. I actually like grocery time. I like grocery time. Okay. Let's go. Next up is going to be Tomo. We love Tomo in this house. We love Tomo in this house. Okay. Okay. I love Tomo's design. I'm a little biased because Tomo is also a bug. Now I'm like, is this the correct? The 2 M's? Oh, I fucked it up. I think it's 2 M's. I'll fix it after. I'll do another one in a minute. I'll do it again in a minute. I don't know if the VOD is still up, but go more in depth and lore for your first affiliate stream. Yeah, we will. I'll have to take a peek and see if it's up. See if it's there. Tomo has a very cool design. I need Tomo to be in here because I know Tomo's talked about it, but I cannot remember for the life of me what Tomo is based on. And actually, give me 1 second because I'm gonna see. Has Tomo ever said? Tomo ever said what they're based off of? I don't know. It is still up? Okay. I will definitely have to take a peek. I don't remember. I'm blanking super bad. But, Tomo's another friend. I had a lot of friends join in on this, and I'm, like, really glad that they did. Okay, we're gonna try this again. 1 second. Let me make sure that Okay, here, this is the right one. Well, let me do it. Oh, I gotta wait 38 seconds. That's fine. Okay. So this is Tomo. Tomo, I just met Tomo recently. I don't remember if I met Tomo through a raid or if I met Tomo, like, just in, like, Twitch. I don't remember, but Tomo's been amazing to me ever since, like, I met her, and I really like her design. She just did a recent, like, re-debut, sort of. She did, like, a new outfit, and I believe, and Tomo would have to be here to correct me, but I believe that Tomo draws and rigs all of her own stuff, or at the very least draws her own stuff. So Tomo's very cool. I always like seeing people make their own VTuber models. I'm like, I sometimes wish that I had the skills right now to do that. I'm working on it. I'm working on building some art skills, but Tomo's very cool. And again, I really like stuff like this. I really like the color palettes on the side of reference sheets like that, but Tomo is a very colorful, buggy VTuber, and I think, honestly, one of my favorite things I don't know if Tomo would, like, kill me for this. One of my favorite things is I love the grub. I love the grub. I bought a grubby keychain. The keychain lives on my bag. I love the grub so friggin' much. It's so cute. It's so cute. But the other thing that I really like about Tomo's design, and I can't remember if she has this on her model or not, but this. I love really big bug mouths. It was one thing that I was like, I debated doing it on my new, what will be my new model for my 3 year, because I just like them so much. But that and the teefies, oh my gosh, I don't know, something about it, something about bug mouths, but they're really cool. Um, so I like that, and I also love the wings. I really like looking at especially bug wings. I mean, there's a lot of really cool like angel wings and like bat wings and things like that, but I always feel like bug wings are super unique. And everybody kind of has their own take on how they get drawn on their model. So that's another thing that I really like about Tomo's. Hers are very different than like what I feel like I've seen. Um, but yeah, I do really like Tomo's design. She's another one. She's another one that I was like, your design is so friggin' cool. It's so friggin' cool. And her little head buggy wings too. Like, are you kidding me? Friggin' adorable. Friggin' adorable. But she's a cutie patootie variety streamer. I believe mostly variety streamer. And let me try and do a shout out again. That worked that time? It did. Okay. So this is another one that I'm like, if you're not following Tomo, you definitely should check Tomo out. Especially, I know I have a lot of you bug lovers in this chat, and Tomo's a very cool bug. Tomo's a super cool bug. So I definitely highly suggest checking out Tomo, checking out her model. Her model, like, the still picture is really cool, but the rigging and like watching it in action on streams is like even better. Even better. So I highly suggest Tomo. And Tomo again has been like nothing but kind to me. So I always like seeing Tomo around. Okay, let me see. Let me see who's next. Let me see who's next. And Bug Enjoyer, me too. Me too. Hi Havoc. Bugs are sick. Bugs are really cool. Yeah, bugs are really cool. Okay. Here's another one that I'm like, again, I have nothing but nice things to say. I'll just tell you right now, I have nothing but nice things to say about the people that submitted to this, because I really enjoy character design. It's something that it's like, again, why I've ended up with like so many models, because I really like it and I'm very indecisive. So I like getting to look at other people's designs. Know someone else who would love the style too? Yeah. Yeah, send them to Tomo. Send them to Tomo. That second shout out I did was the correct one. Second one I did was the correct one. Okay, let me see what our starting time is. Going through these a little faster than I expected, but that's okay. I mostly just don't want to repeat over and over the same things. Okay. Alright. So, this is the Webull. This one, the one that I'm currently using. Have you, Muffin, have you ever seen OG Skitters? Have you ever seen OG Skitters? There's some of you in chat that I don't think have seen OG Skitters. I don't know if there's many of you that haven't seen. There's definitely a handful of you. You have, okay, hold on. I think, let me really quickly, might be this one. Okay. Are you ready for OG Skitters? This is OG Skitters. This is what I started with. This was my very first Skitters model. My very first Skitters model. OG Skitters. And it's so funny because I've fixed all of my tracking for my other models, and now it looks very silly. It looks very silly on this model. Whoa, 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 whoa. But this was OG Skitters. So you can see like how much my design has changed. A lot. I've changed a lot. I kept certain elements, but I've changed quite a bit. I've changed quite a bit since this one. But I used this model for a year and a half, I think, before I ended up doing my like re-debut as my other model. Yeah, Skitters has gone through a few iterations until we got to this one. That I'm currently using. And then we'll have another upgraded Skitters as well. And I do like this design, don't get me wrong, I do really like this Skitters design. I do. I'm very happy with her. You have to get them all. Hi, Ghoulie! Welcome in! How's your day going? It's good to see you. I love you. Alright, let me see. We're gonna put all my stuff back on. Okay. See here, what did I miss in? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because I know a handful of you weren't at the time. And that is honestly understandable. Understandable. But I do like OG Skitters. I think she's a cutie patootie. Yeah, cutie patootie. I love this model. I complain a lot, but I do like her. There's a lot behind the scenes that went wrong with this one, but she is very pretty. She's very pretty. Very pretty. Let's see. I'm glad you're good. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Doing very good. So this is Dwebble. I have to ask Dweb, how they say their name. Because I realized this whole time, I think I maybe have been pronouncing it wrong. Ghoulie, do you know how? Is it Dwebble or Dweeble? Or I did say it okay. I was like, I feel like this whole time I've been saying it wrong. Okay, I said it right. That's good. So this is Dwebble. I believe Dwebble also does some streaming. I don't know if Dwebble does a ton of streaming right now. Oh my gosh, I did this. There's an underscore after that, isn't there? I'm gonna do this every time. I'm gonna fuck it up every time. And it's fine. This is why I don't do my own shoutouts. It has an underscore after, I believe, that I missed. Like the Pokemon. That makes sense. Okay. So Dwebble is a shrimpy VTuber. I've never until Dwebble, I had never met a shrimp VTuber. I can't get over. See, I literally was saying that. I was literally saying, I'm sorry, Dwebble, I did your shouty outy wrong. I'm gonna fix it in a second. I was like, I fucking forgot the underscore after. This is why I don't do my own shoutouts. That's you! You're a cutie patootie! One in a trillion. Exactly. Here, will it let me do another one yet? Damn it, I have to wait 53 seconds. It's fine. So Dwebble is a shrimpy VTuber, and like I said, I had never met a shrimp VTuber until I met Dwebble, and I can't get over the idea of a shrimp VTuber. Dwebble, are you a specific shrimp? Are you a specific shrimpy? Or are you just like shrimp in general? Need to redraw Shrimp Girl? Redraw Shrimp Girl. You keep shrimp? Like you have shrimp? Like you have pet shrimp? Is that what you mean? That's some Googling for me? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I don't even know how the fuck to say that. Hold on. We're gonna do some learning today, chat. Okay, hold on. We're gonna see. Oh my goodness. These little shrimpies. Oh my god, they're cute. They're so cute. I think it came up. It came up. Is it 2 L's or 1 L? 1 L. It's 1 L, right? This is them. I'll move my body out of the way for a second. Look at how cute! They're so now knowing that this is what you're based off of, oh my god, they're so cute! They're so cute! Oh my gosh, I love them. I love them. They're friggin' adorable! They're friggin' adorable. Good scrimp, good scrimp. Yeah. 3 aquariums in your room? Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's amazing. Here, I'm gonna show you guys all of Dwebbles' art, and then we'll talk about Dwebbles' design a little bit. It's so cute! It's so cute. I can't. You're so stinking cute. Oh my gosh! I really, really like I really like your design. I really like it. Okay. Is this the Twin Tails? Is this the Twin Tails model? I love. It's super cool. I really like the idea of a shrimp VTuber. Yeah, Twin Tails. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I really like, I'm gonna go back to this one. So one of the things that like really super stood out to me about Bubbles' design like right off the bat was the very like not monochromatic look, but like there's very specific colors that are used across like all of Dwebbles' art pieces, and it's this like red, blackish blue, and then like a white, and you can see it in all of the art pieces. And I really like when people do that. I have a really hard time doing it myself. I'm really bad at it. Yes, limited palette. Yeah. That's what I was looking for. I really like that. I always think that's so cool because then when you go to build a brand, right? When you go to build a brand for yourself, people know you for specific colors, right? So Zepp and I talked about this a lot when we talked about cosplays. We were like, okay, well if we do Cult of the Lamb, right? Like, every time you see red and white together, for me, like, I think of the lamb. Anytime I see purple and black together, I think of the goat. And so, like, in this case, when I see this, like, red, blue, and white together in these shades, I think of Dwebble. And so I think that's always really cool when people do stuff like that, because it really does lend to your branding for yourself. But yeah, limited palettes are always really cool. They're very cool. I think it's very fun. It still gets mad when I draw something and the hair only has 3 colors. Yeah, it makes it very easy. Yeah, it does make art very easy. But no, I think that's very cool, and that is one of the things that like the most stands out to me about Dwebbles' design. And I really like that. Plus, I always like the little shrimpy antennas. I'm a sucker for antenna. Obviously, being a moth over here. But the little shrimpy antennas send me because they're just so like, they're like these little floppy, oh my god, they're freaking cute. Anyway, between that and like the way that your hair is cut on your model, and then also like your eyes, I really like face designs as well. And I always really like eyes with no pupils like whatsoever, like they're just one solid color. I always think that's super fun, and I do that in a lot of my own art as well. I just think that's very fun. Those antennae are retextured hair, though. I don't know how to rig. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to have... Oh my gosh, I do see the 4 in here. Okay, the 2 on each side. Oh my goodness. That's so cute. That's so cute. I also, Dwebble, do you have like is there a reason why you picked like the clothing that you picked, or did you just pick it because it was something that you liked the style of? I always am curious like how people came up with their clothing choices for their models. Yeah, I also really like halter tops. I really like halter tops. I like the way you did it on the Twin Tails model as well. I think this was very creative. This was very, very creative to use the mesh top that they have, like the neckline that they have, and then the bodysuit. Super creative for halter top. I really like that. Hi Abby, welcome in. We're reviewing VTuber designs right now, and we're loving on Dwebble's design. We're loving on Dwebble's design. Squimp, I can imagine it was a pain. I can imagine it was. Yeah, 100% can understand that. I definitely can understand that. But we do really like. Did I fix Dwebble's shout out yet? I don't think I did. I did not do another one yet, right? Okay. I'm gonna do that real quick. There we go. I got it right that time. And Dwebble, I was saying, I can't remember, are you streaming super often right now? I'm following you, but I don't ever get notifications for anything. And so I never know when people are live. I need to fix my friggin' Twitch notifications because I'm missing when my friends go live. Ooh, you're gonna make your own model at some point? Oh, that is so exciting. That is so exciting. I love it. I love it. I'm very excited to see that when you do it. Haven't for 3 weeks. That's so fair. It's hard to be consistent with streaming. It's really hard to be consistent with streaming. In between tournaments at the moment, so no Mario Kart Saturdays. That's fair. That's super fair. Yes, the post is on Blue Sky. 'Tis on Blue Sky. Okay, let me see. Okay, next up is a fellow skidder. I'm really excited to look at this one as well, because I thought it was so silly. Okay, I don't know, Skidder, are you in chat still? Because I want to know how did you decide? How did you decide on your model? Like, how, like, where, what is your lore? I have to know. How did you decide? I'm gonna show you guys in a second here. Okay, there we go. I love your fucking face. It's so cute. It's so cute. I giggled a little bit when Skidder commented on my post because I was like, ah yes, fellow Skidder. And I know right now you're doing PNG tubing? Is that right? I don't remember. I briefly looked into, not fully, but I briefly looked into everybody that had commented. I thought that was cool. I thought it was very cool to see everybody. You see, I was a normal rat, and then I fell into a big cursed library somewhere under Europe, and then I ate some goo that made me smart, and now a magic Lamo makes me read books for, makes you read books for cheese? Oh my goodness. I love that. Did you draw your own, did you draw your own ref sheet and your own model? I always think that's really cool. I listen. I love, again, rat is another design that I'm a sucker for. I grew up with pet rats. That was what I kept for like an odd pet. And so I'm a sucker for rat designs. And any sort of rat designs. I like rat designs like this where it's like purely rat. I like rat humanoid designs. I think they're all friggin' cute. I think they're all cute. And I like your lore a lot too. The cursed library. I really do enjoy that. You even make your own stream assets. Okay, hold on. hold on. I feel like this is one where we actually need to go to your Twitch page. Go to your Twitch page. Let me see if I up. Like your screens and everything? You make all of your screens? Your backgrounds and stuff? I'm waiting for the ad to go by so that I can show you guys. It's almost there. I got 10 seconds. 10 seconds and then I'll show you. Alright, let's see. Come on. You got this. You got this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Hold on. You'll have to ignore the ads. I don't know why the ads are what they are, but that's fine. Look at this! That's friggin' cute. I like your little bed. I like your little... So, okay, so I have to know, why this background specifically. Why this background specifically. Rats! Rats! We're the rats! Oh, blue sky, and the second post I see is yours from 3 weeks ago. Oh no! I did a drinky. I did a drinky. Here, let me... I did do a drinky. Here we go. Thank you for my kibby ears. Yes, go ahead, Abby. Yeah, go ahead. There wasn't a ton of... If there was a ton of submissions, I probably would say no, but there was not a super ton. And we're moving through them relatively quickly, so absolutely. Absolutely, you can. And library gets updated with new books pretty much every stream, too. That's the close-up for when I'm talking casually. Okay, okay, okay. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can skip through a little bit. Oh, wait. This is cool. Okay, hold on. This is so cool. I love. I will talk about it. I will talk about it all day long that I love self-made VTubers. I love self-made VTubers and PNG YouTubers. I think this is the coolest thing. Mostly because I don't have the patience right now or the ability to do it myself. And so I always think that it's super neat to see everybody else's designs and see what they do. Yeah, if you wanna post it on the Blue Sky post, I would love to see a PNG of your main background, because then I can pop it up a little easier than for Twitch. Ghoulie, I see you. I see you. I see you. I love it. I love it. That's okay. We'll keep appreciating Skitter for a second here while they put up their art. They put up their art. I'll refresh in a minute. I will refresh in a minute. But I do think that's back to like the self-made VTuber thing. I think that's always really cool. Even if you only make like your emotes, or you make your screens, or you make your alerts, like all of that's really like impressive to me. And so I always love getting to see stuff like that. And so I'm always glad to hear I'm always glad to hear that people are doing their own stuff like that. Hi, Mist, welcome in. How you doing? How's your day going? Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Will it not let me? Here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Okay, so I see the bedroom. I see the bedroom. I really like. This is so creative. This is so creative. Oh my goodness. Do you, I guess I could probably try and zoom in here in a second. I'll download it so I can zoom in, but do you sort your books in a specific way? Like, is there a way that you put them on the shelves? Because that's very cool. Also, look at this fucking outfit! A rat with multiple outfits would have been my dream. That would have been my dream. This is so cute. They're all super on brand for the lore. Like they are all super super on brand for the lore. Oh my gosh. This one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. It's freaking cute. It's so freaking cute. This honestly, I love this. I love this so much. I don't even know what else to say about it. Just I love it. This would have been my dream to have rat outfits. Same shit, different day on break, got slammed at work. No! I have 5 more hours and 11 more hours worth of work. No, I hope the rest of your day goes more smoothly than that. I hope it's not super, super bad. Not a specific system, try to group by author. Oh, that was your Cinco de Mayo outfit. Okay. That's super cool. That's super cool. I really do like that you add new books. Have you read, are there any in particular on here that you've read? Or any favorites that you've put on the shelf? This is really cool. I like this up here. No surprise. No surprise that the moth likes the lamp. Most of them, that's super, super cool. I really like that. I'm gonna have to, I've lurked a couple times in stream. I'm definitely gonna have to, like, come in at some point and chat. But this is very cool. Blue ones near the middle are all Jack London ones, which I like. Ooh, okay, wait. So these ones here? That is super cool. I really think this is very fun. This is a very creative idea. I like that you add new books. I like that you do all of your backgrounds and your emotes. That is super, super cool. I'm mega impressed. I am mega impressed. Yeah, I definitely will be poking my head in at some point. And thank you for sharing with me. That is very, very cool. I'm so, like, this is probably one of my favorite things I've done on stream in a while. I'm not always good at, like, describing things, but I do feel like we've done a pretty good job so far. Okay, now this one, and actually, you know what we're gonna do before we do that? Let me make sure I spell this right. There we go. I did it. So there is the direct link for Skitter. Yeah, Skitter's gotta stick together. Exactly. No, that's very cool. It's very, very cool. Thank you for sharing. I think that's very fun. I think your design is very cool. Your lore is super neat. Yeah, I'm very happy to have had people submit their designs to me to be able to appreciate, because you guys are all freaking creative. I feel like I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, man, I need to freaking, like, get on my A game here. Okay, so this is actually, before we do this, 1 second. I gotta put the start time. I keep forgetting that I need to do that. Where are we at? Like 50 something. There we go. Okay, so this is patty cakes. And I don't remember. Okay, they do go by patty. That's what I thought. So, before I pull this up, I'm just gonna read really quickly what they have here, so that you guys can know what they are too. So, Patty is an ink demon VTuber. And I think, like, first of all, let me pull this up and then we'll talk about this, because Monster Girls are also my jam. Plus, you can never go wrong with, like, this, like, pastel goth type of look. This is my favorite. Literally, like, out of all of the substyles I could pick for, like, clothing, my favorite is pastel goth. And so I like these really, like, creepy cute designs. It's what I really wanted to do for Skitters, and so I love seeing what other people are doing with it. And one of the first things that I noticed with Patty's design was the legs. I thought this was really, like, a very cool idea. So Patty said they're an ink demon, and so I don't know their lore. I haven't had a chance to, like, go pop in and see anything about that, but I have a feeling like I'm sure this has something to do with that. But this is really, really cool. This is really, really cool. I also, again, because I like the spooky cute so much, I like the ruffles. I'm a sucker for ruffles as well. I did a lot of that on my 3.0, and so I really like seeing that in designs too. Plus, I really like that they didn't. This is another one that like, it's not a super limited color palette. And I don't know. I didn't look at any of the other art they have, but I like that they have a very specific like main color theme, right? Like they've got the purple, the pink, and the black, and that is like that. Their whole design like screams those colors to me. I can see the similarities. I definitely can see the similarities, but I think this is very unique, even so. Also, hi Zombie, welcome in. Yeah! Asymmetrical. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of with the leg, too. I was like, I also really like asymmetrical designs. And I like that you can see it pretty much throughout the whole model as well. So, like, especially looking, like, down the middle here, right? Like, you've got one pigtail, like, obviously, like, kept the bows on both sides. But you've got, like, okay, the braids on this side and the rainbows on this side. I think that's really, really cool. Plus, I'm gonna move myself out of the way here because I do want to show you, specifically their face. I'm gonna make myself really little for a second because that was another thing that I was just, like, absolutely stunned with their design. Look at, okay, again, with the eyes. Like, that's always one of the things that I really like to see. I really like that they've incorporated all of the inky pieces throughout the whole model, and like they didn't just do it on like their arms and their legs, like it's all through their face and their horns and their hair. Like, this is super, super neat. I really like the ink tongue. I really like the ink tongue. And look at the teeth. Look at the teeth too. They have these really cool like chompy like vampire-y teeth. It's very, very cool. I wish they were here for me to ask because I'd love to know how they came up with their design. I did end up following them on Twitch. Thank you for doing the shout out. I would have fucked that up. I would have fucked that up. Appreciate it. I do like the hair a lot too. I love pigtails. I love pigtails. The demon possessing or controlling some kind of doll. I know. I'm like, I want to know more about their lore. I think they're super cool. I feel like they could have a very, very unique lore. And again, this is another design that I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like super like it. Skitter, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this, and I always think that that's fun, right? It's really cool to see unique VTuber designs. Because there's a lot of stuff that's similar, and eventually, there is no such thing as unique at some point. But I do think that I think everybody's really creative in the ways that they take things that they like and they're able to incorporate them into their models. So I would definitely be curious what the lore is, if there is lore, or at least how they decided on, being an ink demon. That's one that, again, I don't know that I've really seen that. And maybe I'm just, like, in my own corner. It's very possible that I'm just very stuck in my own, like, community of things. But I don't think I've ever really seen, like, an inky VTuber. I think that's super neat. I think it's super neat. But yeah, I really like the colors. I like the asymmetry. I like the very, like, pastel goth kind of look that we got going on here. It's very cool. It's very cool. And I'm excited. I've met some really cool people so far just from them submitting their designs. So that's always fun. So that's Patty. And Patty's a very cutie patootie VTuber. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one as well. I'm excited for all of them. We have some really cool submissions. We really do have some very cool submissions. I'm gonna make myself smaller in this corner. Right here. And then I'll try not to block as much of the ref sheets. Okay. This. Oh, I gotta put start time. 1 second. 1 second. I keep forgetting I need to do that. I get too excited to show you guys the designs, and then I don't put the start time. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So this is Scoops. And I met Scoops through, I think through Blue Sky. I'm pretty sure I met Scoops through Blue Sky. Scoops recently debuted this model. So Scoops had an outfit design contest, and I'm pretty sure this was one of the designs that was submitted, and I could be wrong. This might have been a Scoops, Scoops might have designed this. Scoops also does a lot of art. But this is out of the outfits that they have, I think this is my favorite one. And I'm really glad that this is the ref sheet that they wanted me to review because, again, I really like these very, spooky, cute, pastel color palettes. This is my jam. I could talk all day about how much I love designs like this. And Scoops, I believe, is some sort of spirit VTuber. I'd have to look and see. I'll have to see if I can figure out what the exact name is. But yeah, the carousel skirt, 100% my favorite part of this design. I grew up, I have a carousel necklace that I used to wear all the time when I was doing a lot of Sweet Lolita looks. And so this makes me think of that, and immediately when Scoops debuted this, I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. I'm in love. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger, because Scoops has a lot of details on the skirt that I want to share. Here we go. Shirt and the sleeves. Or the skirt and the sleeves, sorry. Yeah, it does. It's very circusy. I really like it. Be cool if the horses on her dress can move around. Honestly, we might have to go take a peek at her Twitch too and see if there's I can't remember if the carousel moves. I can't remember if it moves or not. But each horse on the skirt is its own individual design. So if you look, this one is different from this one, which is different from this one. And I think that's super neat too. Where was it? There was something on here that I was gonna point out, and now I don't know if I can find it again. But I had noticed it when I was looking at these earlier. Oh, okay, I remember what it was. So Scoops always has some sort of I don't know if sweets is the best word to describe it, but I feel always some sort of candy or strawberries or something on her designs, and she had incorporated it in the sleeves here. And I was like, that's such a cute little detail to bring across your designs. So I thought that was really neat to see that on the sleeves. Plus, who doesn't love, look at these floppy sleeves. Look at these floppy sleeves, people. Who doesn't love a floppy sleeve? And so I really do like this one. This is my favorite of the Scoops designs, but I'm going to show you a couple of others because Scoops has some very cool designs. I just gotta find the image real quick. Loads. Are you gonna look? There we go. Okay, let me see really quick. But yeah, Scoops does a lot of their own art as well. Here we go. This is the ref sheet that I was thinking of. So this is how I came to know Scoops. This was the first outfit that I had ever seen. But see what I mean? The strawberries, they're carried through onto the other design. I think that's so neat because again, it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, well, it's a branding thing, right? You have these specific designs that it's always really neat to see them carried through everything that you do. So I really like that. But this was the Scoops that I met. And I really like this one as well. I was like, oh my god, a fellow witch. And so they're a mega cutie. And when they did their design contest, I had entered because I was so excited to just get to draw them. But Scoops is another person that's very sweet, has been nothing but kind to me, and so I'm glad that I got to review theirs as well. Okay, let me see what else we've got. Let me see what else we've got. Ooh, okay, I think Tempe is next. I'm pretty sure Tempe is next. And I'm gonna pull up a couple of images for Tempe, because unfortunately on Tempe's ref sheet, there's a couple of things I can't share. But I will pull up the pictures. I did save them. Let me see. Okay, so Tempe is starting at once that loads, I will pull up Tempe's pictures. Come on, Blue Sky, load. There we go. Okay. So this is Tempe. This is Tempe, and I'm gonna make this a wee bit smaller. This is Tempe. I don't remember. I'm trying to think of where, like, how because I recognized Tempe when they commented on my post, but I don't remember how I knew them. Tempe is a pill bug. So this is another buggy VTuber. If you're interested in following another buggy VTuber, Tempe's very cute. I was watching a little bit of their stream earlier. But again, there's some things on here that really like stand out to me in a VTuber design, and I'm gonna zoom in here. In for a minute. One of them, these friggin' monster mouths. I love them. I love them so much. Plus, again, this is another one that I'm like, I really like the asymmetrical design, so I'm gonna back out here for a second. So Tempe's got a lot of similarities on both sides, but also the asymmetrical colors and the socks and the shoes, like all of that stuff is different. And I was gonna ask them what this is, and I unfortunately don't know. I was thinking like maybe some sort of staff or weapon, but I was gonna ask them anyway. I just didn't get a chance to. But Tempe's a very another very pastel colored VTuber. It's something that I really like to see, because there's a lot of, well, oh, maybe tail. Oh, you could be right. Might be a tail. I wonder if you're right. I wonder. I'd be curious. I have to ask them. And I'm gonna show you the other image too, because this is the one that I was talking about that has the little plushie reference on the other side. Oh my gosh, that's Tempe! Hi Tempe, welcome in! I was saying how much I love your little plushie reference on the other side of your ref sheet. I was talking about it earlier. I really like when people include their like little extras on their ref sheet, because sometimes you don't get to see all of that. And so I really like that it was included. I was lurking in your stream earlier and I was like, oh my god, adorable. Adorable. That's Gummy! Okay, so this is Gummy. Oh my gosh, cutie patootie. Here, let me pull back up the other picture. So I was saying, okay, I have a question for you. What is this over here? I was super curious and I'm like, I don't know. I meant to ask you. That's your tail! Oh my god, Ghoulie, you were right. Ghoulie, you were right. Ghoulie, you were correct. That's so cool. Well, at first I was like, maybe it's like a weapon, maybe it's a staff, but then Ghoulie was like, tail? Ghoulie had it. That's so cool. I really do like that. It could be both, but honestly, I love that it's a tail design. That is really super cool. I like how fluffy it is. Took you hours. Oh, I can imagine. Did you draw your own ref sheet? It was pulled straight from your new model. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my god, I've been saying this whole time how much I love self-made VTubers. And then there's nothing wrong with getting your VTuber model commissioned. I just think it's very impressive as well to see self-made VTubers. Because I'm a person that commissions to get mine done, and so I think that's really, really cool to see people draw and design themselves. Like, that is incredibly amazing to me. To draw and you're making a whole model. That's so fun. Oh, that's so fun. When do you plan to debut a new model? When do you have any like debut plans or any like date estimations or things like specific time that you want to do it? That's super cool. That's super cool. We were saying too, or I was saying too, that I love monster mouths so much. And yours is another one that I'm like, I really like seeing all of the fun, like, pokey teeth. And again, like, the very buggy mouth that we have going on as well. It's one of my favorite things to see in bug designs. It's gonna be worked on in August because I have no debut plans yet because I don't know when it will be done. That's so fair. It's hard to know. It's really hard to know because if you plan something and then you can't have it finished by that date, then it's like, okay, well, why did I try to plan it for this date? So I definitely can understand that. I definitely can understand that. But I really, really like your design. And I'm a sucker for pastels as well. I was saying that for Scoops and for Patty. I really, really like pastel designs. And that is my thing. And the creepy cute, again, we have like the very creepy cute here. And I really do love that. I was trying to figure out, is part of your body see-through? Because that's a really neat concept as well. Yeah, that is so cool. That is so cool. You are see-through. That's super neat. I love that idea. I love that idea a lot. I'm having a gremlin version of the model debut in 2 weeks! Oh my god, people, follow Tempe. Follow Tempe, I'm telling you right now, if you like bug VTubers. I was lurking in their stream earlier. They're a mega cutie. You should do it. You should do it. I'm telling you right now, do it. Do it. That is very cool. That is super cool. I'm excited. I'll have to try and remember to stop by because I would love to see that. Do you post most of your stuff on Blue Sky, or do you have a different like main social media that you use where people can see your stuff? I know, like, I have you on Blue Sky and I can definitely share that link as well. Put stuff on Blue Sky and in your Discord server. Okay. Awesome. So there you go. That's your answer. That's your answer, friendos, if you want to follow another really cool buggy VTuber. I also don't use X anymore. I got off X when shit started going sideways with it, and I was like, I don't want to be over there. And it does suck sometimes, I find, because I don't always get to see all of my friends' posts because I have a lot of friends that are still only on X. And I don't want to be on that site. I don't want to be on that site, and that's a personal preference thing. Like, I just don't want to be over there. People would also eat me alive. Yeah, they'd eat me alive too, so I get you. I get you. But I'm so glad that we got to yap a little bit, and I'm really glad that you shared your VTuber design because it really is very cool. I love your mascot. Your mascot's adorable. I love Gummy. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. I think I need a quick break, to stand up and stretch, and then I do want to keep going through these because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 left to go through. And so I wanna make sure that we keep going through that. Oh, Tomo told you? Yeah! Listen. You gotta. I swear I don't bite. I swear, chat will tell you I do, but I don't. Am I gonna have to get a 6-7 emote? Specifically for Ghoulie and Rubber. Specifically for Ghoulie and Rubber, I'm gonna have to get a 6-7 emote. I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, your design is very, very cool. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Thank you for poking in. And I definitely am going to I'm definitely gonna be lurking around for sure. For sure, for sure. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn you, rubber. Damn you. Damn you. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah! No, that's okay. Listen, it happens. I do the same thing. There's definitely a few people that I was like, why did I stop seeing their notifications? Or like, why am I not seeing their notifications? And I'm like, it's because I'm not fucking following them. And I thought that was my issue. I thought that was my whole issue on Twitch. But I think Twitch just doesn't send me push notifications sometimes. So I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. But here, I'm gonna give you guys words. I'm gonna give you guys words, and I'm gonna do like 5 minutes, and then I will be right back, and we will keep reviewing character designs. Okay, I see you in a few minutes. Okay, I am back, but I'm gonna put you through one more round because you guys are doing really well. And I don't want to stop it yet because you guys are doing a really good job. But I am back, and we will be reviewing here in a second. I got word. Oh my god, moan was actually a word on there. I love that. Ooh. Oh, Baggins already got my word. Damn you, Baggins. That's the word I was gonna pick. Ooh, Norm's a good one. More would be funny if that was on there. Oh. Oh fuck, random was already guessed. God damn it. Nomad, that's a good one. Ooh, is this one? Yeah. Look at how high of a level we are. How high of a level we are. Okay, sorry, I had to adjust in my seat. I really wish more was one of the words. Like MOAR. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm like hiccupy now. You guys are so good at this game. You're so good at this game. Good job. Good job. Actually, here, I'll let you see. I'll let you see the results real quick, and then I'll pop over. Yay! Okay. Let me pop us back over to other screen. iPad cough. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Okay. Let's look at the next one. The next one is another friend of mine. So again, biased. Biased. Only a little bit though. Only a little bit. And I'm actually more than a little bit biased on this one because I'll show you why. I'll show you why I'm more than a little bit biased. I will dranky. I will dranky. Also, hi Trash Can. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope your day's going good. I hope your day's going really good. Hope it's going so well. Okay. I'm a little bit like mega biased on this one. Okay. So this is Iris. Okay, this is Iris the Moth. I love Iris. Iris is another like super mega sweetie. And Iris is another, like I said, another moth VTuber, another buggy. So Iris is another chill person that I'm like, if you are not following Iris, 100% should check out Iris. And this is Iris's new, it's their 2.0 design. So this is what they're, I believe, what they're headed towards for a model. I think it's really cool. And I'll talk more about it in a second. Let's see here. Hi, welcome in. Hi, hello. I hope your day's going good. Hope your day's going good. But yeah, Iris is very, very cool. So I think, let me see if I can figure this out. I think Iris is a, what kind of moth is Iris? I don't remember. I want to say Atlas, but I think I'm wrong. I don't think it's an Atlas moth. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to ask Iris. But this is their new design, and when Iris shared this, I was really, really excited because I really like yeah, a blue moth We like a blue moth. So this is... Hi, Iris! I was just saying so many nice things about you. Hey, look, it's Iris! We love Iris. Hi, Iris. Iris, what kind of moth are you based on? What kind of moth are you based on? Iris left you to die. No. Untrue. Untrue. Also, hi, at. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was just saying, okay, I was saying that I really like your new design. I don't even know how to get the words out of my mouth about how much I love your new design. I really like the design you have now, but like this design is stunning. Like absolutely stunning. Okay, fantasy species of moth that I created. Yeah! Tell me about your lore. Tell me about your lore. I love lore. I love lore. I love lore. Tell me your lore. Hi, Tom. Welcome in. How's your day going? Hi, welcome in. Hi, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad. Okay, I'm really glad that you guys are getting a chance to stop in while I'm talking about you because I have so many questions. I have so many questions about lore and about designs, and I'm like, I feel like I can't. There's a lot of stuff I can't answer because I don't know. Let me pull up the other ref sheet again because this is the one that has all of the everything on it. Yeah, Iris is another very, very cool moth. I'm excited to hear your lore as well. But I was really excited to see forearms. I love forearms on bugs because you have your forearms and then your two legs, right? Like a lot of bugs are six-legged, so this is a really good way to incorporate that. Okay, I'm gonna read this. So Iris says lore blurb. Centuries ago, the nightwish moths were a once worshipped and cherished species by the people of Lunaria. However, many years ago, without warning, the mortals of this world turned their backs on the mothlings and painted them as omens of misfortune and bad luck. Because of this, widespread panic ensued and people began eradicating the species. Now present day, many have begun to think their world has been infected by some plague as the essence of magic slowly fades day by day, without reason. What most have forgotten is that all magic comes from the ancient enchanted forests, once thriving and full of life, now reduced to shells of what they once were. The mothlings were once the greatest pollinators of the forest, granting life and thus all magic in the land. Now Iris, the newest guardian of the mothlings, is tasked with a near impossible mission. Find a way to repopulate the mothlings and save the magic of her world before it's too late. That is amazing! Oh my god, that sounds like a whole ass movie, Iris. That sounds like a whole ass movie. I love that. Wait, I really like that you are also an enchanted forest lore kind of person. When I did my lore for my 2.0, the whole thing was that I was basically like I grew up in like this like creepy castle forest area. And then oh no, Iris is in ads. Okay, hold on. Ads pause. Ads pause. I won't keep talking yet. I shut my mouth for a minute. I shut my mouth for a minute. Hi, Robert. Welcome in. How's your day going? How's your day going? We'll wait for ads to be done. We'll wait for ads to be done. We can appreciate Iris in the chat for a minute. Everybody say nice things about Iris. Everybody say nice things about Iris in the chat. Need a dab. Oh no. Was work bad today? Was work bad today, Rubber? I hope it wasn't horrible. Hope it wasn't horrible. If you need one of those though, probably. Probably a little bit. Probably not great, I'm assuming. I'm assuming probably not great. Wasn't until the end when my coworkers were being no! It sucks when it's coworkers too. Like, man, come on. Come on. Whoa. Spat! Thank you for the gifty sub to Iris! Thank you for the gifty sub to Iris. Thank you. That was so nice of you. Now no more ads. No more ads for Iris. Iris, come back to me. Bubba, come back to me. Baby, come back to me. Iris, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was moth, and I just can't moth without moth. Yeah, there's Iris. There's Iris. Hold on. Iris, can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me now? Maybe. Yeah! Okay, I was saying that it sounds like your lore is a whole ass movie and I love it, and Spat was saying that he would watch that movie. I think, okay, I was saying too that I really like that you are also an Enchanted Forest lore, like moth. When I did my lore for my 2.0, I basically, like, my whole background was that I grew up in like this like creepy forest castle type thing, and then I ended up like basically jumping realms to be on Earth. And so I think that's really cool. I always think that any buggies doing like foresty things is always so, it's so fun. It's so fun to me. I love it. I love it. But your lore is very good. I read the whole thing. I read the whole thing out loud. It was amazing. I would also watch that movie. I'd pay to go see it. Are you gonna do, okay, so this is your new design. Do you have plans for said new design? Like, are you gonna do like another model and like a debut and stuff? Because that's very cool. That is very cool. I really do like this design. I was saying that you're another one that I really like, that you have very specific like branding in terms of like, you've got a very specific color palette that when I see it, I immediately think of you. I really like the blues and the grays and the blacks. Debuts a little far away, early spring 27. Yeah, that's so exciting though. Preparing big things. There's nothing wrong with having your debut that far out, and especially nothing wrong with planning for it a year in advance, because debuts are a lot of work. They are so much work. And I find that if you don't start doing them early, then you end up with a lot of work right at the tail end. Like at the very end. But I was saying too that I really like that you have the 4 arms with the little fluffies. I love moth fluffies. And the little fuzzy collar too. This is something that I really, really like on moth designs. I'd almost debated adding one on some of my older stuff, and then, but I really like this. This very much sells the moth look to me. I really do like it. I love the floofies. I love the floofies. And I wish I could zoom in, because you've got some really cool little like tassel-y details here as well that I love. Are you, okay, I know your lore. So like, I've read your lore. Is there a reason you picked like moons and stars for your chains, like for your charms on the chains? Wait. Your neck is heart fluff shaped! Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. That's so cute. Look at, so it's like this. That is so stinking cute. No, blue sky, please don't do this to me. Blue sky, please don't do this to me. There we go, it's fine. I fixed it. I fixed it. It says you're not allowed to look at pretty ladies anymore. Blue sky told me I can't look anymore. Told me I can't. Told me I'm not allowed. Told me I'm not allowed. Species of moth I am is called nightwish moths. Hence star and moon moths. Oh, star and moon motifs. Wait, I saw that in the lore. Hold on. Where was it? Where was it? There it was. It was right at the beginning. Okay. That's very, very cool. That is super cool. I really like that. I really like that. And I like, is there a reason that you ended up going with like a more of like a dress this time? Was there like a reason you ended up swapping, or just was something you liked? I do really like that. I feel like it fits you very, very well. Like super, super well. And I really like that you've got this kind of ombre thing going on through here. Like it's it's the heavier material at the top, and it goes into this like very sheer, like glittery material. I really maximum moth milf vibes. Exactly. Maximum moth milf vibes. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm the Iris 2.0 #1 fan. I love that. I love it so much. I really do like this design. When you posted this, I was like, oh my god, Iris is beautiful! Iris is beautiful. Flame, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. No, I don't want to. Don't put me back in that hellhole. I don't want to go back to Twitter. I don't want to go back there. I don't like it there. People are mean to me there. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. I do really like this though. This has got to be one of my favorite Iris designs. It'll be one of my favorite. I love her. She is very, very pretty. She is very, very, very pretty. I'm always one that really likes the kind of like celestial vibes as well. So I really like the moons and the stars that you have. I like the night sky colors that you've got going on. This is very, very pretty. This is very, very pretty. You did a very good job with this being your 2.0. And I didn't ask, did you draw your ref sheet or did you commission your ref sheet? I really do like this. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. Thank you for the headpass. Thank you for the headpass. What's the common thing with all these moth VTubers? What do you notice, Baggins? What do you notice? What do you notice? Commission it, Model Mama is the designer of your ref sheet. That's so cool! That's so cool. That's so cool. All got heels and hooves. Listen. 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 What? It's a moth thing to be short. Listen. Listen. Linda. It's a moth thing to be short. It's just how we all are. Iris, are you actually short? Are you an actual shorty? I've been asking because I'm like, I'm not short. I don't believe it. Not in 2.0. Not in 2.0. I'm also not short in my sort of my 2.0, also my 3.0. Heels and hooves. Heels and hooves. Hold on. Yo, we're not dusty with the moth dust. We're not. We're not. We're not. Listen, just shut the fuck up. Don't talk about the grippers not touching the ground in the computer chair. Listen, that's not my fault. It's not my fault that I can't touch the ground from my computer chair. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that my body is very evenly proportioned. I'm glad I'm not the fucking only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm so glad I'm not the fucking only one. Okay, let's see. I've been following you for a hot minute now. I don't know if you told you yet. Thank you. I will show off in a second here my full model, but I want to finish talking about Iris because I really like Iris's designs. You guys do not. You don't. You know nothing. Know nothing. Nothing. You know nothing. You know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, I remember what I was gonna ask you, Iris. When you get your new model, are you gonna have a wings up and wings down toggle? Are you gonna have it be both, or are you gonna have like one or the other? You know nothing! You know nothing. You know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bet. Maybe you know too much. Maybe you know too much. Too much. Maybe. Maybe a wee bit. Maybe a wee bit too much. That's probably the correct answer. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. It probably is. But yes, I am obsessed with this design. I am like, this is amazing. This feels very Iris to me. when I think of you, Iris, I definitely can see this being you. So I'm really glad that you shared this. And I'm glad that I got to look at it, because I was super excited to see that you had a new design. I always think that's fun. That's very fun. Here, let me show off my full model here real quick. So I debuted my model back in when did I? Oh. Oh. Okay, wait, I know what I did. There we go. When did I debut? When the fuck? Oh, was it a year ago? Was it a year ago? This model? Almost a year ago? Skitters, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying to kill a fucking pig. That's honestly amazing. Did you kill a pig? Did you kill the pig? And you are having a wing toggle. That's very exciting. I'm so excited to see. I'm like very pumped to see your new stuff. I definitely will have to like poke my head in. I lurk a lot. I say this all the time. I lurk a lot in streams. Like a ton in streams. My son's in here. I lurk a ton in streams, and so I always want people to know I'm like, I love the work you're doing. I appreciate that you're there and that I'm getting to see things. But I don't always say anything. So I'm here, I swear. I swear, I'm here. I love you. I love you. But thank you so much for sharing, Iris. I'm so glad that I got to look at that and got to show it off on stream, because it really is. It feels very you. It feels very you. Love, 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 love. If you need to go back to games, definitely feel free. But thank you for stopping in. I'm so glad that I got to see that. I'm so glad. Yeah, you're so welcome. Have fun killing pigs. Have fun killing pigs. Hi, Mithra. Welcome in. How's your day going? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right, let me. Yeah, sounds good. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, so this next one. This is Carbon. So I'm gonna let me put the start time. Carbon's really cool too. Carbon is somebody that I met through VHive. Carbon's somebody I met through VHive. Let me pop this open. Okay. So this is cool too. You don't see many people do like video ref sheets. Okay, so this is Carbon. This is Carbon. So Carbon recently, I think recently, did a debut for this model. So I like these little notes on the side here. And I'm gonna read those real quick. Okay, yes, so did debut, model debut on April 10th, 2026. Okay, so this was recent, that's what I thought. 8th full model that they've designed and made. I think that in itself is really cool. Carbon's been through, like, obviously, like they said, been through a few different models. And definitely, like, by far, this is the best. Like, hands down, this is the best one. This is my favorite design they've done. I really like the alternating colors. I think that's very cool. I think that's very, very cool. And Carbon is another one that I'm like, I really like seeing these VTubers that aren't like traditional VTubers, I guess is maybe the best way to put it. So like you're seeing robots, you're seeing like oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I'm like hard blanking on another one that I just saw the other day. I'll think of it. But you're seeing all of these different designs, and I think that this is like one of my favorite parts of VTubing is the creativity that you are allowed to have when you do VTubing. I think that's always really neat. Doing good, super excited to see everyone's submissions. Yeah, we've been going through quite a bit. And I'm really enjoying getting to do this. It's also fun because I find that sometimes, I shouldn't say sometimes, I feel like I see this a lot. I don't always like, and this is a personal opinion, but I don't always like ranking VTubers because I feel like there are so many different things about VTuber designs that are there to be appreciated and not like ranked. Like I don't know. Something feels a little icky sometimes about ranking VTuber designs. However, I do like seeing I do really like seeing the like VTuber like constructive critiques where people send in their designs. I think those are pretty cool. Especially because a lot of the people that I've seen doing them have a background in design or in branding of some sort, and so that's always really neat to watch those. But yes, so I was saying that I really like Carbon because Carbon to me feels extremely unique, not something I see a lot of. Especially like full robot. Like you see sometimes you see like partial robot designs, but like full robot, similar to like Renova, I really like designs like this. And I think I would have to ask Carbon. I'm pretty sure this is a 3D model, which is another thing that I love seeing. I've seen a lot more of it lately. I started with 3D VTubing. That was how I got into VTubing, and then I moved into 2D VTubing. But I really like seeing 3D models, and there's a lot you can do, and especially seeing that they made it themselves with texture assets. Like that's super cool. That is super cool. Yeah, I've seen the park mascot too. I really like their design. That's Bug, right? Big Nose Bug. I really like their design too. They're super cool. I watched their lore recently. The lore video that they released, that was very very cool. Like super cool. Yeah, they're very neat. I like watching their stuff. I like watching stuff a lot. But Carbon is another mega sweetie, somebody that I've known for a little while, and like I said, met through VHive. But I do really like Carbon's model. And I'd have to ask, I'm gonna have to maybe ask Carbon again for like lore stuff. I know I think it was in the VHive server. But I would have to ask. But also, can we talk about, once it comes back, can we talk about how cute the little face is? The little digital design, like the digital smiley face. Hold on, it's coming back. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, look how cute it is. I like the color changing a lot too. I think that's my favorite part about this is the wait, I didn't see this. Hold on, I missed this the couple of times that it came by. Okay, wait, that's really cool. If you didn't catch it, it said live captioning on model, like on hold on, I gotta read it again. Something about live captioning on the model. Yeah, live accurate captions shown on the model. That is so cool. That is so cool. I wonder if that's on the face. I wonder if that's on the face. That is really, really neat. I didn't see that at first. And the flowers are fun too. Flowers are fun as well. The captioning though, that's really like that part is really that's awesome. I'd like to see that in real time. I would like to see that in real time. I don't know how I didn't catch that the first couple of times that it rotated through on the video, but that is very cool. That is very cool. Okay, let me see. I think. Okay, here we go. So this is Maven Wren, and Tylo Wren. So they are fiancés. And so they said that they're Star Wars based VTubers and variety streamers. That is cool. That is cool. Hold on. Okay, here, let me zoom in a little bit. I always think that it's really cool when people make their designs based off a franchise that they love. Excuse me. Because I feel like it really ends up showing in the designs that they do, like the love that they have for that series or that franchise, or, you know, I feel like that's always fun to look at. I would have to ask them, this is a very like traditional Star Warsy style outfit, like with like the, what do you call those, the things on the shoulders? Are they pauldrons? They're not pauldrons, right? What do you call that? There's a word for that. Not a capelet. I'll think of it. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Is it shoulder pauldrons? I did have it. Okay, I did have it. It might be shoulder pauldrons. You could be right. Yeah, I really do like the contrasting colors. That's something else that I don't always see. Sometimes I feel like some designs are very like samey across the board, and so I really like that they did the blue and the red. And then I really love these boots are probably my favorite part of the design. Tall boots are always really fun to me. I think they look really cool. I also think they add to this outfit. I like red and black. You can ask Zep too. He also likes red and black in designs. But I saw these two designs and I'm gonna show you their fiance as well because they're similar. You can tell that they go together while still being themselves. Like that's always fun to me too. I'm trying to at some point convince Zep to have like a little PNG tuber of some sort because I want to do this with him. But yeah, I really like that they are, and they're also, I think they're all, are they all three of the primary colors? Red, blue, yellow, green, red, blue, yellow, green. That's cool too. That's cool too. I also really like when people do the marking, like the design markings on the skin. I'll show you guys on Abby's as well, but I always really like that. I think that's a fun little detail. Because it's almost like tattoos, but it always feels more intricate than that. And I think, yeah, see, she's got a little bit of them too. I think that's really cool. I think that's super cool. I was really excited to see, like a pair of VTubers. That's another thing. Like, there's so many things that I was seeing when people were submitting designs that I was like, oh, I don't see that all that often. Like, it was really cool to have people share these because I was like, I don't really feel like you see a lot of, I was wondering if they stream together, like if they stream on the same screen. You know, like, all I can think of is Bao Bao, but what are they, what is their, the two, like, puppy girl VTubers. Literally all I can think of is Bao Bao. Because they go Bao Bao all the time. I can't fucking think of their names. Yes! There we go. Fubamoko. That's the ones. I was wondering if they stream like that. No, Fubamoko was the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Ambrosia Bites is another one that's really cool too, though. Yeah, the duo streamers, yeah. I think that's really cool. I love seeing people do stuff like that. I really do. But these designs, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love that they're based on Star Wars. I love that they stream together. And yeah, I think definitely my favorite part of this one is the boots. I hadn't really like decided on this one. I think I would still say the shoes are like my favorite parts of the designs. These feel very have you guys ever seen like the designer that does like the Evangelion and like the Genshin and I don't remember what else they do. But they're the designer that does the sneakers that have the fun like wings on the back. That's what these feel like to me, and I love those. The designer that does those sneakers is really cool. But I really like these designs, and I really like that you can tell that they're meant to be, like they're meant to go together. So that was a really cool submission. And I'm glad that I get to see those ones as well. Very cool. We've had some really neat people submit. Okay, I'm excited for this one as well. There's a lot that I was really excited to share with you guys because again, I am a little biased. I have some people that I was like that I knew prior to this that I was really hoping they would share their designs. This next one and also the last couple that I showed you, they are currently on hiatus, but I'll drop their Blue Sky link just in case you want to follow them. I think they said they were coming back to streaming at some point, but I don't remember if they gave me a date. Let me see really quickly here. No. This is their Blue Sky profile. Perfect. Okay. So, this next one, this is Pixel. This is Pixel. I love Pixel. Pixel recently did, well, maybe not recently at this point. I think almost a year ago, actually, now. It was recent at the time. This is Pixel! I love Pixel. Pixel's a really mega cutie as well. So Pixel is, okay, I'm gonna, hold on, before I say this, let me see if they have their description. They don't. I know they had a description as to what they, oh, virtual assistant, that's what they were. Yeah, so they're based on a virtual assistant. that is their whole branding, that is their whole design. It's really cool, and they're based off a lot of like more retro computer things. And they do a really good job of incorporating a lot of different older tech into their designs. So like right here, like they've got their floppy disk. And I really liked this. I didn't notice this the first time I looked at this ref sheet, but the SD card earring, that's what this is right here. And that's really friggin' cute. Like, really cute. And I like, did you guys ever do, oh my goodness, like birthday, like the birthday parties at, maybe this is like just a me experience, like the birthday parties at McDonald's? That's what this, like, party confetti design makes me think of. They used to have tablecloths that had a similar design to this. And I really, it's like, nostalgic is probably the best word for it. That's how I feel when I look at Pixel. I'm like, Pixel is just straight up like nostalgia to me. A sucker for colors in a design, and love that even though there's a lot of colors here. Yes! Okay, so we've talked a lot about colors on VTuber designs. I 100% agree, right? Like, Pixel's got a lot of colors going on, and what I like is that it doesn't feel busy. Pixel did a really good job designing themselves in a way that all of the colors tie back into themselves. It doesn't feel like you're staring at like this really bright, like, neon sign. So that was one thing that I really liked about Pixels as well. And they've got a couple of other pictures here that I do want to show you too. This was their model. This was the one that I got to watch the debut for, was their 3D model. And I didn't get to see this outfit, but this is really, really cute. This is the one that I got to watch when they debuted it. They have hand tracking and everything too, which was really fun. It was very, very fun. But I like that you can see the sneakers a little bit better here. These are really cute. These feel like, you know, like the kid sneakers with the Velcro? That's what those make me think of. They're super cute. Super cute. And I like that this, even though this design is different, it still reads as Pixel. They do! And Pixel is one of those people that, like, if you ever get a chance to watch their streams, they are a very soft, like, they're a very comforting person to watch. I always really liked lurking in Pixel's streams, and they're really good too about, if you come into their stream, and whether you're lurking or whether you're chatting, like, they're always really good at including everybody. It was one thing that I always really liked about being in there. I do a lot more lurking now than I used to, but oh my gosh, this is cute too. I hadn't had a chance to see this one. This is Internet Cafe Pixel. This is so cute. I really like that they kept the oh my gosh, like the heterochromia in their eyes across the designs, even though they're different colors. I like that they did the brown and the green here, and they did is it brown and, I did! Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's what it's called. It was yellow and red was the other one. Yellow and red was the other eye color. But this is such a cute design too. This is like early, like, Starbucks barista. is very much, that's what this gives off for vibes. It is really, really cute. And I like that Pixel's another person that puts a lot of, like, love into their designs, and I think they do a lot of their own artwork as well. I really like the minty green and brown too. Yeah, I really like the minty green and brown. I feel like this color palette really, really suits Pixel. I love the rainbow colors as well, though. I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I don't know if I could pick a favorite between the two, but I do feel like this also really suits Pixel. Pixel feels like a very earth tones person as well. So this is very cool. This is very, oh, vintage fast food uniform, that's why. That makes sense. Yeah. I really like Pixel. I don't know. Can we get a shout out for Pixel? I don't know if I have Pixel's link right here. I think it's Let me see. Okay, it's with a... Here, I can do it. I had to double check and see if it was with a 0 or an O. There we go. So that's Pixel. That's a direct link to Pixel if you would like to also check out Pixel as well. We've had a lot of really cool designs. I'm really glad that we're getting to like sit here and yap about them. I have a lot of cool people that submitted. Okay. This one, I love this one too. This is Charlie. Let me put their start time in there. This is Charlie. Once it loads, maybe. Blue Sky's being really kind of like finicky right now, and I'm a little worried that it's gonna like crash before I'm done. I'm hoping it doesn't. Okay, we're good. This is Charlie. I love Charlie so much. Charlie's a very energetic person. And one of my favorite things about Charlie as a streamer is that if you raid into Charlie or if you stop into Charlie's streams, they are so like amped to see every single person that stops in, whether you've been there forever or if you're a new friend. And they're so silly. Charlie was one that I really liked hanging out in their streams. And again, like I'm just doing a lot of lurking lately, which is tough. But I really like getting to see Charlie when I get the chance. But Charlie is a hyena VTuber, and their whole design, they have a 3D. I'm gonna show you their 3D model because they're so free. They're 3D. This is the one that I know. This is their 3D model. Look at their little bandana. Look at their little bandana. Charlie's so cute. Charlie's freaking adorable. And one of the things that I liked about Charlie's design was that you could tell right off the bat that like Charlie's based off a hyena. And I really liked the striping that they did in the fur. It reminds me of the hyenas from The Lion King, because they have that very specific patterning, right? Like a lot of them have that really similar kind of fur pattern. So I really liked that. But I also really liked I don't know if I can make it any bigger so I can show you. Let me see. How big can I make this? If you look at the these little I think they're vines. I'm pretty sure they're vines. But these little designs, I thought that was so cute. I thought that was a super cute addition to their design as well. And I'm gonna bring back up their regular ref sheet. Make this little. Bring back up the regular ref sheet because their full ref sheet was the one that I noticed things on that I was like, it wasn't that one. It was this one. There was things that I noticed on this one that I was like, I had never noticed it. They are tattoos. You're right. You are right. Oh, 100% you're right. Yep. I didn't even realize that. That's cool. See, this is why I like sharing with you guys, because I'm like, there are things that I don't notice or I don't see that you guys pick up on that I'm like, that's cool. That's super cool. Okay, this was the other thing. This was something that I didn't notice it on the 3D model of Charlie, but I noticed it when they sent me their ref sheet, was the way they did their top scars here. I was like, that's cute. The little stars? Like, are you kidding me? Using stars for the scars? Like, that, honestly, that's so super cute. That is super, super cute. And I don't know how I had never noticed that, but I really like that they decided to go with that for theirs. And I really like piercings as well on animal ear designs like this. I feel like there's so much wiggle room for what you can do for piercing options. So that's always fun, too. Always super fun. Yeah, okay, you're similar to me. I'm not always super detail oriented, but I do really like looking at character designs because I like doing character designs. I'm not amazing at it myself always, but I do try my best. So yeah, so this is Charlie. Charlie's a mega cutie. I will always highly recommend Charlie's streams. Charlie's another one that super welcoming. is always really good to everybody that stops by. I've never, like, had any issues with Charlie, like, ever. Charlie's really amazing. Charlie's really amazing. I'd have to ask Charlie, if their favorite color is green. I was really interested that they used a lot of, like, they did a lot of the green fur as well, like, for their mohawk, and then also for their tattoos. I was gonna ask them, and then I forgot. I had a lot of things I wanted to ask people, and then I was like, I'm running out of time! And I was like, I'm gonna wing it. I'll do my best. But Charlie's great. Charlie's great if you ever get a chance to stop by and see them. They're super, super sweet. A very great VTuber. Highly suggest. Highly suggest. And I think, is this there? Did that work? Yes. So that's Charlie's Twitch. Charlie's Twitch username is Beansprig. Beansprig. And they are also a variety streamer. I was gonna mention that, but they're another variety streamer as well. No, I know. I love hyenas. I've always thought they're a really interesting animal. And people do not give them the love that they deserve. They 100% do not. Okay, we have 2 more. And I'm very excited for these ones. Oh my gosh! Wait, there's so many things I didn't notice. Sorry, hold on. Hold on, there's so many things I didn't notice until I just clicked this open. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. There are also not a lot of animals that I don't like. I don't know if there's really any that I don't like. I can't think of any off the top of my head, at least. Can't think of any off the top of my head, at least. Okay. So this is Ghoulie. This is Ghoulie. I love Ghoulie with my whole heart. I love Ghoulie with my whole heart. There are so many things on here, Ghoulie, that I didn't notice on your, I don't know how I managed to not notice, but I didn't notice them until I just popped this open. Wait, wait, Baggins, what animal are you thinking of that you don't like? What animal are you thinking of that you don't like? Amazon River. Are those the ones, they've got the really weird, like, spiky teeth? They've got the really weird spiky teeth. Oh, you just don't like dolphins. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. There's a lot of people that I don't think like dolphins. They're kind of horrendous water creatures. Yeah. 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 Okay, let me take a peek at this real quick. Okay. I was saying, okay, so there were some things that I hadn't noticed. I don't know how I hadn't noticed them, but I knew that your eyes were multicolored like this, but I didn't realize how many colors you had in your eyes. That is super, super cool to me. Did you pick certain colors for a certain reason, Ghoulie? Because you're another one that I'm like, I really like looking at your color palette. Your color palette is very pleasing to me. It's very pleasing to me. Dolphins are the ocean's biggest assholes. They are. They're great until you read up on them. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. Of a Doulahan? Wait, what's a Doulahan? What's a Doulahan? Tried to keep the colors the same. I liked how green and pink looked when you turned the glow on. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, I was gonna say, I really like the specific shade of green that you picked. I also really like pink and green together. That was, the colors that I wanted my bedroom at one point. I wanted it to be, specifically I wanted it to be pink, like hot pink and lime green. That was the thing. That was what I wanted. I'm glad I didn't end up doing that. That was what I wanted to do. But I didn't end up doing that. Your hair is oil slick rain, but that's right. Okay, I was seeing that on your Twin Tails model. That you have that very, like, rainbowy under the black. I really like that. I didn't realize it had a name. I really like that. Okay, I'll go to your Twitch after, but I want to show off your chibi. Your little chibi as well, because your chibi is so friggin' cute. He's so friggin' cute. Now, Ghoulie, are you based on a specific monster? Because I see like you have your little like tentacles and stuff here. I really this one of my favorite little sketches that you have on this ref sheet. I don't know why I like this one so much, but I'm very drawn to this specific sketch. I really like it. Eldritch Goddess! Yeah! Okay, I can 100% see that. Yeah, what's your question, Baggins? What's your question about Ghoulie's model? I really like Ghoulie's model. Ghoulie's got one of my favorite designs. Ooh, okay. So I think Baggins is asking on the lower back here. I think you have it up here too. Is it a tattoo or is it like where the tentacles were? Question mark? Scars. Oh, that makes so much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, so Mithra said potential hints of wings and tail. Used to have wings and tail. That is really cool. I didn't know that. Ghoulie, do you have lore somewhere? I feel like you've gotta have like the most interesting lore. Like you've gotta, right? Like you gotta have the most. I would think you've got the most interesting lore. I love Eldritch designs. There's a few that I can think of, like right off the top of my head, but Ghoulie's is honestly one of my favorites between the color palette, between the way that they've done like their hair and their outfit. I also really like, yeah, I was gonna say the head removal pic. This is really good too. This is really good too. I drew out my whole lore on my first stream and I forgot to turn on the VOD. No! That would make me so sad. I'm also one of those people that literally, I've gone through 2 different Twitch accounts, and when I was facecam streaming, I forgot to turn on the VODs for my very first stream, and then when I started streaming as Skitters, I forgot to turn on the VODs for my very first stream. So I know your pain. I know your pain. It fucking sucks. I was like, come on. Yep, so it's gone. It's gone forever to the void. Yeah. Yeah. And especially where you drew out your whole lore, that sucks. That sucks so bad. You'll have to tell. I was gonna say one day you'll have to make a lore video because I would love to see it. I would love to see it. But I do. I really like Ghoulie's design. And I, like, no joke, like Ghoulie is one of my favorite VTuber designs. Like, it's almost like you feel like you have a very specific, like, not simple. Simple's not the right word. I don't know what word to, simple's not the right word. But you have a very specific design that, again, like, you're also another person that I see you take very specific elements through all of your models, and I love to see that. And I was saying, I think I had said this in one of the first streams that I came into, one of my favorite parts of your model is the bone earrings. I have little bone hair clips like this that I wear all the time. So this was super cute, the little bone earrings. I thought they were so fun. And, oh my gosh, I forget sometimes about the little eye on your chest as well. I love so much. Yeah, simple doesn't always mean bad. I don't think it's the word that I want to use in this case. I'm trying to think. It doesn't feel like it's the right word for what I'm trying to say. You have real life bone earrings! That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love it. I love when people incorporate themselves into their models as well. I always think that's really fun. I did a lot of that with mine too. Because you want your models to feel like you, or at least to have parts of you. Have parts of you. Yeah, I think simple is gonna be my placeholder word. Because I don't know, I can't think of any, I can't think of any other. It just doesn't feel like it's the one. But yeah, you have a very specific design that it's very recognizable. I do really like your design. Yes! Yeah. Not plain. 100% not plain. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, 100%. You got me. You got me. I'm glad you understand what I was trying to say, because I was like, I don't know how to describe this. I don't know how to describe this. But yes, I really do like your design a lot, Ghoulie. It's very, very cool. Correct. Yeah, see, Rubber gets it too. Gets it too, where it's like, I don't feel like And there's nothing wrong either with having a super detailed model. Because there's 100 different ways that you could go with a model and everybody has their own preferences. I find that if you're somebody that likes less things, you tend to go with a more you tend to go with less things on your model, and if you're somebody that likes more things, you tend to go with more things on your model. So I do really like getting to see all of the different things. Yeah! See, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things here that I'm like, I don't know how I didn't notice this before. I really like it. The sketches, I can't get over the sketches over here either. I don't know if I've ever seen your, like, actual ref sheet. I'm gonna have to have you do a ref sheet for me at some point. I'm gonna have to be like, Ghoulie, please draw me a ref sheet. Please draw me a ref sheet. Pretty please. Because I really like your sketches. I really like them. Yeah. This is super cool. To be fair, I knew one day I was gonna draw my own model and, like, I didn't want to draw so much stuff, thus no shoes. I was gonna ask you, why the no shoes, but I figured it had something to do with, like, the eldritch being. I figured an eldritch being maybe wouldn't wear shoes. But that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah! Yeah, I like that you included the height as well. There's a lot of things on your ref sheet that I'm like, yes. Yes. I was like, I definitely want some of these things incorporated next time I do a ref sheet. 100%. 100%. Yeah, they don't like clothes. That's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, they don't really like clothing. Neither do dragons. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, thank you for sharing, Ghoulie. I'm so glad that I got to look at your... I truly don't think I've ever seen your full ref sheet. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to look at it. I really, really like your design. Okay, okay. Here is last one. Last one. I'm excited. I'm excited. Or states that someone had to convince her to wear them. I think that's silly. I think that's so silly. I really like that you included that in your lore. I like that you included that in your lore. Okay, here is our last reference sheet for tonight. The last one. We somehow made it through all of them in under 3 hours. I was worried that we wouldn't make it through all of them because sometimes I can get yapping a lot. Sometimes I can get yapping too much. Too much. Not necessarily. I have to be careful with what I show. I have to be careful with what I show on stream. I can get away with it on Ghoulies because it's back facing. I can get away with it on Ghoulies because it's back facing. I can't get away with a full front view. I had to actually cut it out of somebody else's ref sheet. I had to cut out that part of it, unfortunately, because Twitch does not like when you put things on stream like that. Does not like it. Okay. The cultists that I stay with said I couldn't go to Wamba without clothes. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it, love it. Yeah, I wish I could share it on stream. I do. We're gonna talk about it. And I wish that I could put it on stream, but I can't put any of that stuff on my stream. I would be more likely to take the risk if I didn't already have a strike on my account for something that somebody else did on my stream. I would be more likely to take that risk. But I do have a strike. Let me take a peek at your... I have it saved, Abby. I'll take a peek and see if I can share the back view. Let me peeky real quick. I will tell you if I can. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. To be able to show the scales. Hold on. I have an idea. Bear with me for a second. Why will you not let me? There we go. Hold on. I figured it out. I figured it out. I know how I'm gonna do it. Because I do want to show off your skills too, because your skills are one of my favorite parts of your design. Let me do this. Figured it out. The scales they are. I feel like they're a big part of your, they're a big part of your design. They're a big part of your design. Morgana, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Okay, I think this is the best I can do while still remaining in Twitch guidelines. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, thank you. I am, baby. I am, baby. Okay, let's start with this because this is genuinely one of my favorite parts of Abby's design. Okay. So Abby, do you want to tell us a little bit about your lore while I talk a little bit about your design? Because I would love to share your lore as well. Is your follow the hunt horse? Yeah, I really like the scales too. I really like the scales too. Feel free to type Abby and I will read it. I'll read it in a second. I'm gonna show off some of your design while you type. One of my favorite parts of Abby's design is all of the scales that she has. Plus, okay, I was just about to say, I was like, besides like the arms and the coloring with those as well, the tailbone being in a little heart. I don't know if that was purposeful. But I really like that. I appreciate that detail a lot. And one of the things that we talk about with Abby's design a lot is that the horns wrap around the head like a tiara. And I thought that was super creative. I don't feel like that's something that I see a ton in like horn designs. So I thought that was cool. Plus I'll show you the other front side. Because Abby has jewelry as well on their horns that I really like. Well, let me make this larger. If I can. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I can't make it much larger without it getting blurry, but that was one of the first things that I noticed when I was because Abby was also another person that I made in Tomodachi Life. That was like my favorite part to draw on the face paint was the jewelry on the horns. I thought that was really cute. I thought that was very cute. She's a space dragon. Has polymorphed into Earth's major species to blend into some regard. And, her species is rare on a universal scale. The main sign of her aging is her horn size. They grow and branch more as they age. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's super cool. That's a creative way of showing age. I like that. I like that a lot. I also really do like that you went with Space Dragon. I think that's super fun. And you can see a lot of that in your design too. You see a ton of that in your design, I feel like. Also, the other thing that I had said to Abby when I saw her ref sheet was that I really like that she's got, again, like this kind of like spooky cute vibe going on. She got a lot of like punk style like aspects between like the belt and the necklace. And then the jewelry on the horns. Like it all matches, it all meshes really well. She recently started the second branching. Oh, that's cool. That's her lore as to how she meets people. She just travels between planets. That's super cool. That's super cool. I don't know if we've ever gotten to talk about all of your lore. I don't know if we've ever gotten to talk about all of it before. But your lore is super interesting too. And like I said, I like that you went with Space Dragon. I think that's super fun. Why will you not let me make this smaller for a second? Here we go. I want to show off your whole outfit. Your favorite part, not your favorite part. My favorite part of your outfit is your boots. I like that you did the little skulls on the bows with the chains. I would kill for a pair of boots like that in real life. The charms on her belt are people she met on said planets. That's so fun! That's so fun. Laura's a bit of a mess. Love the stompers. I want her shoes. I really like her shoes. That is my favorite part of the outfit, is the shoes. That's typically my favorite part of an outfit, though. I find that that's what I end up gravitating towards. I said it with a few of the other designs as well. I really like the shoes that were picked. Because I feel like shoes can tell a lot as well about the style that you like. But I really do. You're another one that I'm like, I really like the lace. I really like the ruffles. I like the cute little cardigan with the skirt. Like, it's so fun to me. And the other one, too, Abby and I talked about this the other day because we thought it was cool, is that Abby also has some darker colored arms. I'm going to zoom in on this section of the ref sheet. Abby also has some darker colored arms with, like, the longer nails. And that's super fun to me. I like non, like, fantasy skin tones is probably the best way to say that. I like the fantasy colors that people end up choosing for skin tones. And the blue suits you. You're another one that I'm like, I look at your model and I'm like, yeah, that's Abby. Like, that 100% is Abby. Your model suits you super, super well. Her scales do shift some to match the edge of the sky she's sitting in. That's cool! That is super cool. That I think I knew. I think you had told me that. That's very neat. That's very, very neat. Yeah, you 100%, I can tell that you spent a lot of time on this. And you had commissioned your ref sheet as well, right? I believe you had said that you had commissioned it. And this is your secondary design, right? Like, you had a design before this. This is like your 2.0. I have other arts where her horns are full of stars. I would love to see that. I don't remember. Maybe you've shared it with me and I didn't notice. That's very cool. Very cool. Love working with her. The person that did this ref sheet did a really, really good job. I really like it. Love my 1.0, but it wasn't me after my girl. And that's fair. Like, I've said it a lot too about my 1.0. Also, we have an ad. I'm sorry. We have an ad. I've said it a lot about my 1.0 as well, that I love my 1.0. There's nothing wrong with my 1.0. I really like the design. I still feel like there's a part of me that is that, but I feel like there's more of me that is my 2.0. And so I like watching people's designs grow. We talked about it with Iris too, right? Like, Iris went from having one design to having this new design that I'm like, this new design screams Iris, right? Like, blue sky, why are you like this? But yes, I feel like this is very you. And you're another one too that I see the colors and I'm like, okay, the blue and the blonde and the pink, right? Like, the blue, yellow, pink, like, that is you. That's what when I see those colors together. Well, exactly. That's what I mean. There's nothing wrong with going from a 1.0 to a 2.0. Because you can have stuff that you like, right? You can have stuff that you like and you can change, and then you can have other stuff that you like. There's nothing wrong with moving and adjusting based on the things that you enjoy now. And of course, like, a lot of people's styles develop as they become more comfortable with themselves. And so, of course, you're going to have changes that you want to make. That makes a lot of sense that happens. Fun fact, this all started from an Eastern dragon drawing my sister made for me when I started streaming. Is that the one that you used as your profile picture? I always wondered about that. Because I saw that and I was like, I wondered, yeah! Okay, I wondered if that had anything to do with your current VTuber design. Yeah, I thought that was really cool too. That's really fun to know that that's how that started. That's a cool fun fact. That's a very cool fun fact. I could definitely see you doing that. I could definitely see you getting yeah. That'd be very cool. But I really like your design as well. You're another design that I'm like, is super, super cutesy, very you. I like the color palette that you picked. I love the outfit and the shoes especially. Plus, I didn't even talk about this. You have the tailbone, but we didn't talk about your tail either. And your tail is actually one of my favorite parts of your dragon design. I really like your horns and stuff too, but your tail is one of my favorite parts Specifically because of the little floof that you have on the end of your tail. This little, like, puff of hair. So friggin' cute. It's so cute. Yeah, thick tail. Thick tail. Yeah, I really like your design as well. Really do. Yeah, like the Zelda dragons. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I can see that. I can see that. And I'll zoom in one more time as well on the scales because I do really like this part of your design. And I really like the ones that are on your neck as well. Did you have a specific pattern that you were going for with the scales, or did you just kind of have places that you wanted them on your model? Yes and no. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. There were some patterns I wanted. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, I agree. The scale patterning on the body is a really nice touch. 100%. Okay, I was just about to ask if this is supposed to be a heart. That's really cute. That's really cute. And the V as well down your face. Yeah, I can see that as well. I can see that as well. I really like it. This one turned out really good, Abby. I really like your 2.0. I really do enjoy your 2.0 a lot. And I was just saying too that like your gradient on your arms is another one of my favorite parts of your model. Mostly because we have a similar thing going on there. I think that's really cool. Have lines on old designs where I wanted scales. That's the best way to do it, is honestly you find a design that you liked at one point and you kind of just like you kind of just add to that. Yeah. I'm so glad that I got to that I got to review so many designs today. I had a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. It's not something that I can do all of the time. But I had a lot of like really good turnout for people sharing their designs. So I'm really glad that I got to look through all of these. And I like seeing, I don't always think I think that sometimes I feel like I kind of get to see friends' designs, but then I don't always get to see the full thing. And I feel like a reference sheet tells you a lot about somebody's design. I feel like, because that's where you put all of your details so you can have like a model and everything. So I always really like getting to see people's ref sheets. Yeah, I would, at some point, if you wanted to show me all of the refs you used, that would be super cool. Again, I love character design. It's one of the things that I really enjoy. I really enjoy getting to do. Like, it really is a lot of fun to get to see everybody's designs and get to appreciate them. And I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it too, because I know that it was a lot of yapping. I know it was a ton of yapping. But I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed getting to do this too, because I definitely would like to do it again at some point. It won't be for a little while. It won't be for a little while, because it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of remembering of what to talk about as well. Without repeating yourself. That's the hard part, is that I feel like I repeat myself a lot when I review designs, because there's a lot of things that I like that are similar across designs. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'm glad you like hearing me yap, because I feel like there are some days that I could yap a lot, and some days that I could yap a little bit. A little bit. Currently working on my lore since we're doing this. Yeah, tell me your quote. Tell me your quote. Baggins has a really cute little design going on as well right now, but I would love to hear your quote. I like lore as well. Lore is always really interesting to me. That's another one. Like, it feels like the ref sheet where you get a lot of information out of somebody's lore about who they are and what they want to be that you wouldn't necessarily get out of watching them stream. So that's always fun too. That's always a lot of fun. We did a really good job today. We got through all of them in like just over 2.5 hours. I'm really happy about that. Like, really happy about that. I'm glad we got to do it. I'm really glad we got to do it. And we definitely will do it again. Like I said, it just won't be for a little while. I do not stream to entertain you. I stream so the universe remembers. Even in this soft world of pixels and parasocial love, something is still hunting you. I like that a lot. I specifically like the first sentence. I specifically like the first sentence. that is my favorite. That is my favorite thing. Thank you for my wings. I will dranky as well. I will dranky. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, we did a really good job. I'm very happy that we got to do this. And we really did have a lot of good like turnout for sharing of ref sheets. And I'm glad that you guys got to stop by as well. I'm glad you got to stop by and hang out while I yapped for so long. This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I do think I am going to raid out because I am a little EB. And I want to raid out before I get too EB. Let me see. Also, Ghoulie, don't let me forget, I need to put you and Pengy and Mallows in a group chat. Don't let me forget that. I was gonna do it the other day, and then I forgot. But I need to do that, because I want to play roadside research with you guys. Okay. Let me see who's streaming. Oh, it looks like Gabby's streaming. We could go raid Gabby. Why don't we do that? Let's go raid Gabby. I don't think we've raided Gabby in a little while. I think that would be a good place to go. I love Gabby. Speaking of character designs, Gabby's another design that I'm like, I love Gabby's design. I really do. Gabby's design is another one that I'm like, it was so creative. Like, so creative. The Gabagool. Yeah, the Gabagool. It was fun. This was a lot of, yeah, I know. No forget. I will have to do my best to remember. So there is all of the raid messages. Thank you, Rubber. Thank you. Let me start this raid. And then I will see you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. Friday we're probably gonna finish up our Emily game that we started on Monday. And then next week, don't forget next week, Monday is a regular stream, but Wednesday is Crowd Control Supermarket Simulator, and it's my Facecam stream. And then next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, we're playing Needy Streamer Overload in cosplay. So I'm pretty excited about both of those things. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys for that. But I will be back on Friday. I hope you all have a very good rest of your night. Thank you for letting me love on your designs and review them. And thank you for hanging out. And I will see you guys later. Okay, love you. Goodbye.